which is like the bandage they use after you get done a tattoo. And he placed second skin on my neck, and he was like touching my neck very weirdly, but I just thought that he was sticking down the bandage. Like, I didn't think anything further than that. And then he was like, I asked him to take a couple pictures for me, so he took a couple pictures for me, and while he was taking the pictures, he like put his arm like this on my arm, like one of his arms, and he put the camera on top of his arm. And I just assumed that he was just trying to get a good angle to take a picture. I didn't know. And then he's like, okay, you're done, whatever, here's your pictures. I looked at them, I'm like, oh, it looks really good, da-da-da-da-da. And then literally while I was about to get up, like I was literally turning my head like this to get up, he was standing right here while I was laying down, and he took his hand and he went like this, like that, like completely in my shirt. And it wasn't like, I wasn't wearing a shirt that was very easy to get into. And I got up in a startle, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. And I just kept repeating myself, and it caught me so off guard that my instant reaction was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. So I paid him, and then I had to wait for my Uber, which was 3 minutes. I wasn't going to go stand outside, so I stood there, and I was trying to play like the situation was okay. Like, he was trying to talk to me, and I knew he could tell that I was very, like, dismissive. And then I just ended up leaving, and I called my boyfriend on the phone. I tried calling my sister, I tried calling my mom, no one was answering me, so I called my boyfriend on the phone. I was just like freaking out, and in that moment I had no idea where the fuck I had no idea where I was. I was lost. I couldn't find my Uber. I literally crossed the street wrong, and I stood at like the corner of the street for like a good 5 minutes, not knowing where the fuck I was at. Like, I literally had no idea where I was. I got in my Uber, and like my Uber driver called me because he's like, where are you? Because I was taking so long. And he was like, I was like, oh, like I'm trying to cross the street, but I missed the light like 4 times, and I was just standing there because I was just so fucking confused. Like, I was so out of my body, I don't even know. And then I got into the Uber, and my mom called me on the phone. I was talking with my mom and my sister, and I was telling them what was going on while I was in the Uber. Like, the Uber driver heard the whole conversation, like, from when I got into the Uber. And so I remember when I got out of the Uber, like, I turned to the driver, and I was like, hey, like, have a nice day, sir. And he just gave me like this look on his face of like despair. Like, he didn't even say like have a good day back, because he already knew like what just fucking happened to me. And I went into my house, and I opened up my sister's door to her room, and I just started crying, like bawling my eyes out. I was just freaking out. I was just panicking. And then I messaged the tattoo artist. I was like, hey, like a whole paragraph, like, I didn't appreciate what you did. Like, you took advantage of me in a very vulnerable position. He owned up to everything that he did. He tried to send me an apology. He sent me my money back for the tattoo. But like, that still like doesn't like do justice. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about the money. It's like, you took advantage of me while I was in a very vulnerable position. And if I would have known that you were going to do that, I wouldn't have allowed you to do that. You know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, this man knew I had a boyfriend. That doesn't even defeat the purpose, because even if I didn't, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I missed a very key point too. While he was like doing my neck tattoo, when he went to go touch it up again, he said that he dropped ink on my neck, and he took like a wipe, and he was like wiping right here on my chest. And he was like doing it for a long time. And normally if you have tattoos and you've gotten tattoos before, you know that if ink gets on your skin, it kind of stains, so you can see where the ink was. And when I got up to look in the mirror, there was no ink stain on my chest. So I don't know if he was doing that to try and like turn me on. This was before he was like, this was like the lead up to like when he actually put his hand in my top. I messaged the owner of the tattoo place, because me and my sister are very loyal customers to them, and we go there all the time. And the tattoo owner was very sincere, and he was an extremely nice person, and I don't give no hate to the tattoo parlor at all, because it wasn't their fault. You know what I'm saying? That the employee decided to take advantage of me, so I got no hate on that departure. And he dealt with him, he fired him and whatever. And I feel absolutely terrible that he got fired, because he's an extremely talented artist, but like, you cannot be doing that to people, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm kind of just left to like deal with this situation on my own, you know? And it's not really fair to me at all, you know what I'm saying? That he just like took complete advantage of me being in a vulnerable position, and that my sister wasn't there and I was by myself, because I do believe that if my sister was there, he wouldn't have done that. You know? So now I've been left to deal with this fucking bullshit. And the thing is I've told him in the past I've had very negative experiences with tattoo artists. So he knew that. You know what I'm saying? And with that knowledge, he still, you know, like, you're in a very professional environment. You should be professional, you know, at all points. Whether you have physical attraction to the client that you're tattooing on or whatever service you're providing a service for a business, and you're there to make money, you know? So I thought that the understandment of professionalism was mutual, you know what I'm saying? And just because somebody is nice to you doesn't mean that they like you, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean they want anything romantically with you, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like he took my kindness as, like, I want to be with you. And keep in mind, this man is almost 40 too, you know? And I definitely don't blame myself. Like, I don't think there was anything that I was personally doing to make that situation happen the way that it did, you know? Like, I definitely don't blame myself for that at all. It's just really scary, you know, that I have to deal with it. Look, 22, yeah. Like, I feel terrible that he lost his job for that, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I never wanted to be that person, but it's like, you lost your job, you can very much get a new one, but, like, I'm gonna have these scars for the rest of my fucking life, and I'm gonna have these tattoos for the rest of my fucking life, and the fact that, like, you just attach such a negative experience to something that I'm gonna carry with me in my mind and on my body for the rest of my life is absolutely terrible. Not to mention, too, the meaning of this tattoo